Hey guys, how's it going? Whamo here. Welcome to a game called Vampire Survivors. Now, I'm sure you've probably seen this from other YouTubers and stuff like that. And, I get it. I've seen them all play, and there's just one little thing that I can't do. And it's to get one achievement. Now, normally I'm not big on the achievement things, and I spent the last hour trying to get it. And normally, you can get through these pretty quick. It's a small game. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you do. It's like, what, $5 on the Steam store? $15? I don't know. It's cheap. Go buy it. It's great. It's a fun game. So this is where I'm at. Just lost the game, and I have all the upgrades I wanted. I just couldn't find the damage, and for some reason the accessories won't drop. This is the third time I've tried, and it's starting to annoy me. So here's the sitch, right? If we go over to achievements here, you can see there's all these achievements. Reach level 100 with Morticia, yeah, that guy. Cool, fancy. Survive 30 minutes in Green Acres. Okay, that's the area I'm trying to get 30 minutes in, and I've been dying constantly. You can see I've got every other achievement. I put quite a bit of time into this game. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun game. So that's the goal. We want to try and hit level 100 with Morticia, or I believe that it's the skeleton guy. Hold on, let's take a look-see-loo. Yes, it's the skeleton guy. For those who don't know, there's a whole bunch of characters in this game. They each have individual attributes, and they start with different weapons. For our skeleton friend here, his weapon is a bone. Basically, it just bounces back and forth between enemies and stuff like that. So, let's pick him, and now we have options to go to a few different areas here. The Mad Forest is just a big open area with lots of enemies. Inlaid Library is like a straight line left and right of open area. And Green Acres is like Mad Forest and Inlaid Library combined with the Mad Forest terrain. So, it's a big open map. And the enemies have 50% more health, as you can see on the bottom, and we get a gold bonus and luck bonus. Now, you'll notice there's also a hyper button there. I'll have that on. I prefer to play in hyper. Ever since I unlocked it, it's a way better way to play. Now, I know I'm kind of starting you late in the game here, but don't worry about it. Believe me, with this game, it gets crazy regardless. Here's my upgrades if you were curious. I almost have them all unlocked. Really, it doesn't matter, especially for something like this. So, let's try this out. Green Acres, here we go. Now, you see, this game looks very simple. Yeah, it is on the surface, but in a deeper way, it's kind of required. It's like one of those clicker games. It's kind of required that you pay attention to how your progression is going, because every few minutes something changes, or you get different monsters. Sometimes you get bosses. I think the bosses happen at like the I want to say 5-minute mark. That probably isn't right. Maybe like 3 minutes. But this is the basic gameplay loop right here. Now, it seems simple at first, and this is what it looks like when you level up. So I'm going for a certain loadout in this game. Now, each weapon, most weapons, have an accessory that pairs with them, and it generally helps that weapon out, but it also allows that weapon to evolve. We'll get into that more later, but for now, all you need to know is that I'm going to pick weapons based on what I like, what I think is going to do the most damage in the end. And you see these two birds here? Those both take up weapon slots, and we want both of them. It's unfortunate we got them so early. It's not great. I don't want the axe, although it is a good weapon. I don't want it right now. Let's take the ebony wings, as I feel it is the more rare of the birds that we have flying around here. This is what the ebony wings does. He's not very useful in the early game. It does do a lot of damage, but generally in the early game, you're kind of circling around like this. Yeah, there is one upgrade that really helps in the early game called garlic. I'm going to avoid that for the sake of later level damage. I really didn't want any of these. You know what? Gonna restart. There's gonna be a lot of this. Alright, first level on this one, we're met with the magic wand, some Santa water, and a clock lancet. Santa water is gonna be my big damage dealer. Gonna need that. I'm convinced that's a typo. It certainly can't mean Santa water. Is it like Gamer Girl bathwater, only with Santa? Santa Boy bathwater? I can see why that would be so damaging, so you know what? Maybe it's not a typo. That's our first upgrade. Much better than the bird, the dark bird. Should help us get through this early game, I would think. These guys, I don't know what they are, clay golems, have the same health as the bat. I think in the early game it's just 1 health, or in this case probably 2 because of the increased health. Alright, let's see here. So there we go again. We're getting with the 2 birds on the initial level ups. That's weird. Never seen that before. Okay, well, I guess we'll do the same thing we did last time. We'll take the dark bird first. And just keep trying to get these delicious blue crystals. There are other things that spawn on the map, or drop, I suppose. Let's see if I can't destroy one of these little fire pits here. Well, apparently the fire pits have more health too, because I'm having some trouble. There we go. There's some nice. I think the game calls that. Hold on. Look at it. Calls it floor chicken. Yeah, like every Castlevania-style game, there's always chicken hidden in the walls and crap like that. That's just health. It may come in handy, may not. I don't take a lot of damage from certain enemies, and it seems like in this game you kind of die by getting swamped like that. That sometimes is a problem. Ooh, this is very good. Here's the garlic. It damages nearby enemies, reduces resistance to knockback and freeze the enemies. It reduces their resistance to knockback and freeze. This is super good if you're not playing on hyper mode. Unfortunately, in hyper mode, the damage kind of tapers off a little too soon to take up a weapon slot, and we need that end game damage. Like I've said, I've only made it like 10 minutes or so in this mode, maybe 15. So, okay. So we can get the Peachone, along with the White and Blackbird together, form a single weapon. It's the only thing that requires 2 weapons to be fully upgraded. Oh, I guess I should have gone over that. Your weapons have upgrades. You can see them over there. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 levels, right, to each weapon. They get different damage perks and stuff like that when they level up. Really cool stuff. But this one specifically doesn't need an accessory. It needs the other bird to be level 8. So it's one of the hardest, I suppose it is the only and the hardest weapon to upgrade because you need to take 2 weapons to level 8. So, let's just roll with that. You'll notice I did take him, right? There he is. Yeah, he just happens to be circling at the exact same time my other one is. It's kind of hard to see a circle. Actually, the dark bird circle is kind of hard to see, but they circle opposite each other. You can kind of see them rotating around the screen. Very, very cool. I suppose I should explain what the abilities do as I get them. There's the lightning ring. That's something we're gonna want. The other 2 things we don't want in there. Let's hope we don't start getting, we might get kind of railroaded here. We'll see what happens. Lightning ring's super good. It does, I don't know, do you ever play D2, Diablo 2 back in the day? You ever get a skill called Thunderstorm on the Sorceress? Just randomly lightning strikes enemies? Pretty cool little skill. Useless, but it looks fun because it makes the screen flash. That's what this does. Except as you upgrade it, it'll start to strike more and more enemies and get some really cool effects later on. Okay, so here's our first conundrum. The Empty Tome, the Bone, and the Magic Wand are all things I want. These top 2 and this bottom one. The Magic Wand is good for crowd control because it'll push stuff away from you. I'll show you later. We'll have it, don't worry. The Empty Tome is what pairs with the Magic Wand to allow its evolved form. If we get the Magic Wand, we'll need that. Unfortunately, right now, we're kind of locked in where we are. I would like to have that as my last weapon when the 2 birds combine, but I don't see that happening just yet. We need to focus on current damage, so let's go ahead and upgrade the Bone. The Bone gets really good when it gets upgraded later because it gets faster and it starts doing a lot more damage. I don't know if you can see them. They're kind of floating around in there. There they are. See the little bones bouncing around? They kind of bounce betwixt enemies. They're very situational. They sometimes do a lot of damage, sometimes not so much. Oh boy, and there comes the first swarm of fast birds. So you get those every now and again. You get fast birds, bats, fast bats. You'll get a group of bats that kind of just blow through the screen like that from off screen. There they go. Those guys can be very, very bad. Farfignugan. Okay. So the candelabra is the upgrade tree to the axe. I don't know if you saw that earlier, the purple double-sided axe. It's not necessarily a bad upgrade to take, and considering I'm having the double Peachone thing going on over there, the 2 birds that are going to combine, I might have to sacrifice an evolution of my final weapon, which is what this is going to be if I continue this run. Or I could take the King Bible from my last weapon slot. I don't know. Fine, we'll take the King Bible. Maybe you'll be able to see it. Hold on, wait for it. It should circle around me. There it is. 2 of them, actually, because I have projectiles up. Very nice. I should start seeing accessories. I'm surprised that I have 8 weapons and no accessories to start off with. Where are my accessories? Spinach is not what we need. We could do the Bone, which would increase its damage, or we could increase the lightning ring. Let's go Bone. Bone's gonna be more useful immediately, I think, because it'll actually kill stuff when it hits it. Oh, and there's one thing that can drop. Sorry, I just picked it up immediately. That's the time freeze. It freezes time. It's a little glowy blue thing when it drops out of the fire pit things. These things. Little glowy blue thing. You don't need to worry about that. Also, there is gold in this game. It's what you use to buy the upgrades after you die. Very much like a roguelike, but kind of toned down. Let's go to the King Bible, since that'll immediate damage. I'm trying to avoid upgrading the birds early on, because, like I said, they're kind of useless. I mean, there are situations where you kind of catch somebody, like, off in the corners, and you hit them for a little bit of damage, but honestly, it's not very good. Have we seen a boss yet? If we haven't, at the 3-minute mark here, this guy next to me, this big old mummy dude, he was a boss. Thankfully, with these bones being so high damage, I'm willing to bet I might actually be able to just... Oop, nope. I was going to say I might be able to just stand still, but that's not going to happen. Maybe if I get the Bibles going? Yeah, I can barely survive just kind of standing still. There are points in this game where you get to a spot where you can just kind of sit still and stuff just dies. Attract Orb, super good. This is the upgrade accessory required to evolve the Santa Water, which is very good, and we muchos need that. Also, it does help with quality of life. It makes it so you grab these little blue dillies from further away. Very useful, very useful. Now it's just a matter of avoiding. Don't worry, this speeds up quite a bit. We'll take more King Bible just to keep the damage rolling in inside of our little don't touch me zone. I think you can kind of see how the bones might be useful for close range damage. If you get stuff circled in around you, they can kind of reflect back and forth because their duration isn't set based on how many enemies they hit. It's a time duration, so they last for a set amount of time and they bounce off as many enemies as they can. So if you get circled like this, the bones can kind of bounce back and forth a lot and do whole bunches of damage. Now at the end of the game, when you die, it shows you what weapon did the most damage. It's the only reason I know what weapons are good. I don't have the upgrade accessory. I have a cheat sheet over here that tells me what the upgrade accessories are, because despite my time in this game, I don't actually know what they all are. It's good to have it off to the side of the screen, because the game does kind of pause when you get upgrades, so you have a chance to choose. Very useful. Yeah, the Bible is going to be probably my clutch weapon here once we start getting into this craziness, which is probably going to start here real soon. You'll also notice that treasure chest on the ground. That's something that spawns. You also notice that I'm not getting it. Okay, getting a little risky here, accessories. Would you please give me what I want? I'm not getting it because those are how you evolve your weapons. If I pick it up now, it'll just give me one of my items. It'll give me a level of one of my items. Or sometimes it's a special chest, which will give me 3 items. Or a super special chest, which will give me 5 items. Useful. It would be a clutch thing to catch right now. But not gonna risk that, because I need my early evolutions. As soon as I get something to level 8 and I have the accessory, I can pick up that chest and it'll give me the evolved version of that weapon, which adds the weapon's special effects to the evolved form. You'll see here in a minute, assuming I evolve something, which I have yet to do on this map, so I'm very much guessing here. You can see it's starting to get a little bit crazier. Thankfully the King Bibles are coming in clutch here. Ooh, buddy. I don't have any... Normally I would have garlic. You see, garlic really helps with this stuff. Because garlic is kind of like, oh shit. Garlic is kind of like a close range field of damage that just damages things that touch it over, like, it's a DOT for close range enemies, basically. Really useful. Like I said, not so much in this, though, because the damage kind of tapers off pretty hard once you pass the 15-minute mark. So I'm playing for the late game here. Once we get to the late game, this should all come up whammo. Okay, that's a good find. Good early find. Duplicator fires more projectiles from weapons. This is the pair to the lightning ring, and it does indeed make every single weapon that you have fire 1 more projectile. I think there are some exceptions to that with evolved forms of weapons. I'm not sure how the upgrades work like that with evolved forms of weapons, but whatever the case, it is an extremely useful upgrade and necessary for the lightning ring. Okay, let's go ahead and start upgrading the bone again. What level are we at the bone right now? The bone is 2 off from max, making it level 6, which is good, not great. The bone at max level won't carry us very far, but it is kind of a good amount of oh shit damage when you have, like, a big group in front of you. It saved me just a minute ago. I'm not sure if you saw that or not. And now here's where we start to have the opportunity for more of those really fast-moving fleets of enemies. There's my bone damage up by 20. That's a big upgrade. Level 7 on the bones is huge. If you can get that early on, it makes a big difference. Not necessarily one-tapping every enemy out here, but it definitely helps. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, surviving this well. You can see that I can take a few hits from enemies. They don't immediately kill me. There we go, there's bone level 8. Nice, and that, whoa buddy, get out of there. And that will give it the bone a huge speed upgrade. Now those things they're bigger, so they can hit enemies easier, and they're also ripping around the map, which is awesome. Well, you can tell I haven't done a YouTube video in a while. My voice is already failing me, and it's been 8 minutes. Fantastic. Let's hope all the next few levels come up Santa Water, because that thing needs to go to max level like now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do what I said I wasn't gonna do. I'm gonna pick these up. Oh, this is a good treasure chest. First chest I pick up is a triple, I think, and this is the fanfare you get for the treasure chest. It's fantastic. It makes you feel good and warm on the inside. You also get a whole bunch of gold. So there we go. We got another Santa Water, a duplicator, and the lightning ring. That is the second level of duplicator, so now all weapons fire 2 more projectiles. The duplicator only goes to 2 levels. As an accessory, it's unique in that way, but it makes sense. I mean, it would be kind of game-breaking if you could have 8 more of every projectile, wouldn't it? Okay, we're looking good. Not to jinx myself early, but we're looking okay here. I might be able to pull this off. This is how I felt every single other time that I've done this. Just might be able to pull this off. There's the Bible, what the hell, King's Bible? There we go. That's level 6 now, I think. Oh, gonna really help with those bats coming in like that. Not a huge fan. Using my King Bible, trying to use my Santa Water here to keep my area clear. Very easy to get overwhelmed at this point in the game. It's going to get a lot worse here before it gets better, though. Which is why I chose this mode. This is probably the most exciting way to play this game, honestly. The bats. Here we are. The big boy bats. These things are tough, and they hurt when you get hit by them. Enemies do have different damage values that they do, and there we go. If I were surrounded by those things and got hit by the bats and they would push them into me, it would be bad news bears. And this is unfortunate. None of these accessories, and they are all accessories, help me here. The crown and the armor don't have evolutions. They don't evolve any weapons. The clover is for the cross, I believe, and the candelabra, like I said earlier, is for the axes. So, we have to pick here based on what's the most useful, and I would say the area of attack up by a certain range is much more useful than anything else. Let's hope that that doesn't happen again, because if it does, this run might be kind of over before it began. Here we go, we're fine, we're fine. Lots of things on the screen, we're okay, we're gonna get through this. King Bible is saving me. Gotta try and keep that damage out as much as I can. No, I don't know why I'm scared of the bats. The only hazard from those bats coming in swarms like that is if they push something into me. I can stand through one of those groups coming at me. I'll take Santa Water. Not gonna argue about that. That is a big damage late game, so we're good there. Here we go. Here's another event we haven't seen yet. The flowers. They all close in from the outside, and now oh my god, stuff dies. So I have so much damage, but it's just not enough. That mantis was a boss, by the way. That was a boss that just immediately got melted. But yeah, so these flowers, they have a lot of health, and they just constantly circling around you. There is a real easy way to deal with this. I can simply walk through them. They don't hurt a lot. I don't know if I said that. But for this character, my biggest advantage is being able to stay inside here and keep my bones bouncing around between enemies. The flowers do drop the green little crystal orbs on the ground, experience balls if you see them. See how every now and again they're green? Those give more experience than the other ones. Okay. I'm just looking for the accessory for the King Bible. Right? Because the Peacher on the birds don't have an accessory that matches with them. Okay, we might be okay. I just need the accessory for the King Bible. I don't know why it's so hard for me to wrap my head around how this game is supposed to work. Gonna leave this chest. I can't upgrade anything, right? No, nothing is yet level 8 to evolve, which is unfortunate, but not unexpected. So we're just gonna leave these chests on the ground for now. Keep track of where they at. Thankfully the game has little arrows that point to them. What do I have? I have 3 chests on the ground right now, which is useful. Oh, here we go. Here's another drop. You see that cross? Bam! Nice. Although, not super useful. If you're in a point where you need that to happen, you're kind of boned anyway. Ah, there it is. That's the accessory for the King Bible to upgrade it, or to evolve it. Correct words, Whamo. Come on. Good, good, good. Oh boy. And now we've hit the 11-minute mark, which is when stuff gets real bad real quick. These little... Fuck, I didn't mean to get that. Okay, well, there we go. There's another level of Peachrum. Not the end of the world, but unfortunate that it happened nonetheless. I have to really kind of focus on trying to stay alive here. I wish I could stay in my Santa Water's damaging zones. Try and use that Santa Water. Gonna upgrade the Santa Water and make it even more useful. Come on. Come on. Thankfully that candelabra has increased its size and it makes it immensely more useful actually. The small area on the default Santa Water is not great. Okay, we're alright. We're alright. This might seem hectic, but I think we're okay. Alright, let's keep going with the Santa Water, I think. Yeah, I don't want to upgrade the birds if I don't have to quite yet. Here we go. We're just fine. Oh, there's another time freeze. I don't know if you saw that come in or not. Use this to try and grab some experience from these guys where I can. Oh, yeah. Listen to all the dingy blings. Alright. Well, here's a predicament. Santa Water level 7 or King Bible level 7? Which one would I like evolved first? I would like the Santa Water evolved first, honestly. Oh boy. Came out of that and I was not ready for it. Here we go. Oh, there's another boss. That bat right there with the blue outline. He's an elite boss. Gotta kill him to drop another chest, hopefully. Sometimes they don't drop chests. And now we're starting to get werewolves and skeletons and ghosts. Skeletons and ghosts are fairly low health opponents. They should be melting immediately. Oh, yep, that bat died. Did he drop a chest? He might have. Bat died, and he did drop a chest. Sometimes they just drop a red experience orb and don't give you any chests, which is unfortunate. The werewolves have more health, and they're harder to knock back, so they're the main threat here. Everything else should be dying to my just secondary attacks here, I would think. Oh yeah, fairly calm. Okay. Is that Santa Water level 8? It is. It says, right? I'm pointing at the screen, but it says right there, level 8. Yeah, okay. Perfect, and a time freeze right then. Now, I could grab this chest immediately, but I think there's a bug in this game that if you don't wait a second, after you get the level 8 of something, then you pick up that chest, it won't give you the evolved form of that weapon. So let's just wait a second. Everybody calm down. I know it's exciting. We're just gonna wait. Just gonna wait a few seconds. I think the weapon just has to cycle once. These weapons all have cycles, so we're just gonna wait. Don't need it immediately. Okay, now we're gonna go for it. We're gonna start going for it because I'm gonna die if I don't get it. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Please be the evolved form of Santa Water. It's a triple. Okay, that's good. And no. Great. This is why I kept multiple chests on the ground, though, just in case. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, hey. Which one's the lowest level? You are. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna get another chest. We're gonna get another chest. We're gonna make it over to this one. It's gonna... Bible, please proc. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it to this chest, and it's gonna give me the Santa Water Evolution. Please, I need it like right... This is why I always die right here. I need it right now, please. Okay, this is not a triple chest. This is a 5? It's a 5 chest. I don't know the word for that. It's a 5 chest, alright? Look how fancy that is. It makes you feel good inside, doesn't it? There's the Santa Water. The one in the middle there is the evolved form of the Santa Water. And quite a bit of other nice stuff. It's called the Labora. We should be able to see that come almost immediately, I would think. There's King Bible level 8, which means we'll be able to evolve that the next chest we get, which is why I was trying to leave chests on the ground. So please, Santa Water, come into me. That didn't sound good. Please, Santa, come into me. There's what the Santa Water does when it's evolved. You can see how much better it works there. Stupidly big damage from that stuff, and I cannot move outside of its zones now. If I hadn't got that right then, through that chain of decisions, it would have been over. That was bad news, but we made it. It's okay. We got over the hump. Hopefully it doesn't get too much, you know, hopefully it doesn't cliff us again with difficulty. We're good. Need to work my way. I do have a chest on the ground still. I just now saw the arrow. It's up here. It's up here. We just need to work our way up. Just need to work. Stop. Just need to work. Stop it. Just need to work our way up. Work our way up. Get lots of, oh my god, experience now. Holy crap on a cracker. I've never lived this long. I'm excited. Come on. Come on, werewolves. Get out of the way. Santa Water, please. Thankfully, with this guy's passive upgrades, he gets, I think, an extra projectile every 20 levels, which means the Santa Waters are spawning an extra, with the duplicator and my upgrade in the shop is 3. With this guy's 2 levels now, it's getting an extra 5 projectiles. So is everything else, which is super great. That's a boss right in front of me. You need to move. Or alternately die and give me a chest. That'll work too. I will take that pretty please. This should be the King Bible. I'm not sure what the upgraded version is called. There it is. Unholy Vespers. Evolved King Bible, it never ends. Now we don't have to wait for the King Bible to come up again. Oh, gotta wait for a second for it to start. There it goes. See it? That's the red circly bit around me. With the area upgrades, it kind of expands out further. It's not super great, but ideally this should keep stuff away from me. Now the problem is going to be moving. Okay, experience. Grab it all. Yum, nom, 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 nom. The other thing that we haven't seen drop yet is something that just vacuums up all the experience orbs in the area that you haven't grabbed yet. It's really useful, especially right about now. Oh, we'll probably keep going with the lightning ring, I suppose. Oh yeah, look at how crazy this is getting. You can see how now, without the Santa Water, how bad this would be. Thankfully, I have the candelabra as my useless, semi-useless accessory, my accessory that isn't evolving a weapon. But you can see how big the area is on these Santa Waters. It's super useful. And the fact we have so many of them is also super useful. I need 2 more levels in this lightning ring, and then it's going to be a very useful accessory. Kind of hoping for that. My tractor orb that I had to get because it's the evolve requirement for the Santa Water is definitely coming in handy right now. You can see me vacuuming up these experience orbs from quite a ways away, and considering how far I have to stay from enemies, or how far you need to stay from enemies in this mode, definitely useful. Ow, how'd that guy get close to me? Here we go. And lacking a magic wand, I have no knockback in close. The magic wand is a little thing that shoots a projectile at an enemy that is closest to you, and it's really useful for keeping stuff away because it'll push back really hard. Oh yeah, getting all the levels now. What are we looking at here? The Ebony Bird is maxed out, which is good. Peachron only needs another level to be maxed out, so we might see the evolved birds before too long. Oh, there's a time stop. I'm not going to argue with that. We'll just use that opportunity to go try and find some floor chicken. Hopefully, not seeing any floor chicken. That's unfortunate. Ah, well. It was a pipe dream to look for health. I'm good health anyway. I'm not going to die, I don't think. Hopefully not. Alright, what are we looking at? Okay. So this will give me a Peachron level 8. You'll notice that means my Ebony Wings is also level 8. Now, it doesn't mean that. My Ebony Wings is also level 8. So now we can evolve into the Super Bird and find finally our 6th weapon that we're going to evolve, which I don't know what it's going to be. It really depends on the game right now. I'd like for it to be the Magic Wand, but I don't know that that's what's going to happen. Oh boy. Don't want to venture too far out of my safety zone here of blue bliss, blue Santa Boy bathwater. Don't want to do that. Again, I'm waiting a second to pick up this treasure chest in the hopes, in the fever dream, that it might be the upgraded bird. Which I forget the name of, actually. There's lightning ring level 7. Useful. That will be good here in a second. Let's grab it now. Do we risk it? Yeah, let's grab it. Okay, chest. Don't let me down. It's another triple. I'm going to skip this animation if you don't mind. Hey, the upgraded bird. What are you called? Vandalier? Yeah, Vandalier. Union of Ebony Wings and Peacherone. Fantastic. We also got a lightning ring and whatever the hell that cross thing is. What is that? All effects last 10% longer. Spellbinder. Alright, now lightning strikes twice. Or no, sorry, lightning isn't the upgrade. This is what the upgraded Peacherone looks like. I don't know why I thought this was lightning for some reason. It's kind of hard to see inside the Santa Boy bathwater, but it kind of circles around you and shoots faster, and we can upgrade it more, which is what makes this the unique upgrade in the game. It's kind of necessary for these hard game modes, I think. Since nothing else in there is useful, we're going to go with that, and keep an eye out for the magic wand, I think. Look at that bird just choo-chooching around me. You'll see he kind of shoots in a weird little alternating circle. It does a boatload of damage. It might not seem like it now, but that's just because all the Santa Baby bathwater floating around me, but it will be useful come later when we start getting silly. For now, though, I think we're okay. We're on track with our damage, I think. There's another Vandalier. I think once you max out Vandalier, it just keeps shooting. I don't think it stops when it's maxed out, so that's pretty cool. Lots of experience for me to gather up while I'm freezing everybody here. Should catch another level off this, I would hope. I will. Looking for that magic wand or whatever my 6th weapon is going to be now that I have the slot for it. Come on, give me something. Oh boy, not inside my safety zone. Hey, there we go, we're alright. I wanted to get up by this chest because I'm going to need to upgrade the lightning ring. Actually, I can do that right now. There's the lightning ring upgrade right there. The thunder loop, of course. Lightning ring, projectile strike twice. Fantastic. They don't only strike twice, they do this weird thing where they kind of arc to each other. It's pretty cool. You'll see it. Wait for it. I gotta get out of this bathwater effect in order to see it. There it is. You see that? Oh, and it sounds wicked, too. Awesome. There's a boss right there as well. It looks like a witch, and she's dead. Great. That means there's lots of damage coming out right now. Tons of damage. We're getting close. 18-minute mark. Oh yeah, closing in on the 20-minute mark. What's it going to be on the 20-minute mark? This is kind of random in the Green Acres. Oh, it looks like you got a demon monster. That's the inlaid library boss. That's the inlaid library 20-minute boss right there, the demon guy. He shouldn't last long. Oh my god. He died silly fast. Oh, that's fantastic. I've just been upgrading Vandalier. I haven't really been doing many upgrades. I haven't made any big decisions, don't worry. Just, oh, there's explodey dudes. The unfortunate thing about the Santa Water is it has, well, it does have knockback, but it has very little knockback. It kind of is more like a stun than a knockback. It's good, but not nearly as good as it could be. Okay. Okay, the bird is almost max level. He's sitting on level 7. Look at how big his blast area is, and he just keeps shooting. Look at that. Just destroying everything that little colorful rainbow of arcing blast hits. Fantastic. We could go the fire wand for our 6th weapon, this guy here. I don't find it very useful, especially with all the crap we got going on right now. Let's not. Incredible. There's the magic wand. Now, do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. Let's take the magic wand. Hopefully we find the empty tome as my last accessory slot, and then we can upgrade that. It won't be big here this late in the game, but it will be something. It'll keep stuff away from me. It's kind of like the oh shit thing, that if something gets really, really close to me, that'll be what's hitting them. And that, when it's evolved, is really, really good. Oh yeah, looking real darn good. And the empty tome has the advantage that it reduces the cooldown of skills, which is only really useful for the lightning ring and maybe the magic wand. I suppose the Santa Water benefits from that too. So yeah, forget what I was just trying to say. That's actually a really good upgrade. If the magic wand isn't a good weapon as it is, its accessory that is required for its evolution is super good. Oh man, look at these numbers coming out. Look at this. Did you imagine that this is what this game would be when we first started? Is this what you imagined we would end up at? Because when I first started playing this game, it certainly isn't what I thought would happen. Hey, there's the bird, max level, very nice. I didn't see what the max level actually made it do, but it looks like it was a bigger area. I'm not sure, it doesn't matter. All I know is it's better now. It's much better. Oh man, everything that bird hits just melts away. Just melts away. There's magic wand, upgrade to level 8. Well, wait a second, like I said, we don't want to grab that box. And actually, we can. There's another one over there. It's another triple. We're getting super lucky with these chest upgrades. I'm going to skip this animation if you guys don't mind. There we go. There's the evolved magic wand. It's called the Holy Wand. Fires with no delay. Now this thing, you can't really see it inside the blue, but it's just constantly shooting. It'll constantly shoot at the closest enemy with a lot of projectiles. Alright, now this might get boring for a second while I just murder everything, so What are we looking like? All right, so you can see my accessories on the top left. They are all maxed out. Everything is maxed out. Level 70. We just got to reach level 100 with this guy. That's all we got to do. There we go. This is what happens when you level up and you've got no accessories to level up or no weapons to level up. You can either add to your health or add to your coins. In this case, we're just going to add to our coins because we are at max health, thankfully, and we do regenerate some health slowly. Okay, now we're starting to see bats and big skulls come in. The little witches on broom thing is over. Now they're going to start tightening in around me. This is where I need to just stop. What? What? Son of a gun. So therein lies the problem of having all this stuff on the screen. Sometimes it's really, really hard to see the boss witch, which is completely cloaked in the shadow of these Santa waters going around you because she is blue and transparent, like the other witches. I guess they're kind of purple, but they're hard to see. You got rainbows going on around you, the Santa water, and all this other crap. It's really, really hard to see that boss, especially when I look away for a second. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. As always, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and in case you wanted to see the damage and stuff of all the weapons, yeah, hit pause. That'll tell you what's going on.